Action.
All right, welcome in, everybody. My name is BulletPrfGatsby, a Saw Dudes, and we are here today for episode 2 of the Ballroom Banter podcast. And today we are joined by the lovely Nerdy Nurse Ginger. Ginger, how are you today?
I am wonderful. It may also be the wine.
Valid. Let's get a cheers. Oh, sorry, you were already
Cheers.
in there.
I wait for no man.
All right. So I do have some index cards that are, we're definitely going to get to these here in a little bit. But first, before we get into any of the actual Twitch stuff, do you care if we take it back a little bit further? Can we talk about some of your very first gaming experiences in general?
Oh, yes. Yes. Oh. First system I ever remember playing was the Nintendo NES. I got really good at blowing cartridges.
Yeah, you had to do that a lot. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but, well, and not just that. It actually kind of got me into, like, IT, tech, electrical stuff. Troubleshooting. Played a crap ton of Legend of Zelda. A little bit of Super Mario Brothers. Duck Hunt. Had the orange gun.
Mm-hmm.
Although I would cheat. I would literally take the gun and put it on the TV screen. And then from there, we had a Sega. Lots of Sonic the Hedgehog. A lot of any Disney game that came out. I played Aladdin, Lion King. Shit, what else was on there? Those are the two that I remember. Because I also had the Game Genie.
Oh, wow, the Game Genie. I think it was... I remember having the Game Shark. That was the PlayStation. It's legally different enough from the Game Genie, you know?
Right. But it basically, you stuck it in, and then you put your cartridge on top of that, so it stood like this tall.
Right.
Dear Lord. And learning codes, and begging my mom to let me print out cheats on our dot matrix printer. Ooh, boy, I owe a lot in paper. And then never really got into PlayStation until a couple of years ago. Actually, kind of 6 months to a year before I actually started streaming did I get my very first PlayStation. We had been very much a Nintendo household, messed with N64, again, Zelda, Mario Kart, Star Fox. Star Fox is, I think, my first, like, real sci-fi pilot game. Broke down and got an Xbox at one point. First game we got was Madden.
Yeah. So there's old clips out there of Ginger just tearing people up with what, like Madden 04, like just.
Oh no! These were way back in the day. But it was also interesting because we would take it and a small, like, 13-inch TV and a power converter in our Suburban, and we would literally be driving, playing Madden in the back seat. Like, it was my own personal, like, entertainment system on wheels. We also had to play as the Chiefs, because in Kansas, you gotta play as the Chiefs just once.
You gotta play the home team, you know, that's fair, you know.
Yeah. Had a Wii, and that was fun. Again, Zelda. I mean, that's when I think Nintendo, I think Zelda. That's probably a majority of the games I have on there. I do have some Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
As somebody discovered, I do have a Switch, and I have dropped way too many hours into Pokemon Arceus.
Oh, the Legends games. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems just about I mean, that's a lot of people. Everyone usually gets the Zeldas, the Mario Karts, the Marios.
Mm-hmm.
But Zelda was always the first one that you mentioned. So I'm curious, what is your favorite Zelda game? Like, not necessarily just for gameplay or gameplay loop or anything like that, but even, factoring into nostalgia and stuff like that. Which Zelda game do you like herald as the greatest like childhood memories with?
Probably Ocarina of Time. Even though it wasn't my first Zelda game, it was the first one that I remember beating. And I remember specifically asking for that game and getting it. And I don't know, it was... Looking back, if you look at that game now, it's like, ooh, the graphics were chunky. But I kid you not, there are still to this day moments where I will hum Campana's song or Sarah's song. I'll just be walking down the hall at work, like do 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 do. So it is very much encoded in my DNA. And the fact that my parents were actually playing the original Zelda in labor and delivery waiting for my sister. She was this close to being named Zelda, which I would have been pissed.
Right, yeah. Absolutely.
I was like, I'm Zelda. I'm the girl. So, but yeah, I think that's probably my most nostalgic favorite one.
So how excited are you for the Ocarina of Time remake coming out here, and I believe this year, if I'm not mistaken?
I'm cautiously optimistic. It means that I've got to dust off a few things, and do some more wiring, so that I can play that, because yeah, I've got quite a few. Yeah, I've strictly been PlayStation and Steam, but definitely need to expand my console category, because I have them. Why not?
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I have the Switch too, and still, like, not even playing it on stream, but just playing it in general, I was like, oh, I gotta have one, and then I got it, and then I'm just like, I played stuff here and there, but nothing. I haven't even played the newest Mario Kart, whatever it's called. I don't even remember what it's called.
Is it World Pre? Or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
But
well, and there are still, I hate to say it, as much as I just went on about like loving Zelda games, I haven't played any of the new ones since
Skyward Sword was the one on Wii, and Twilight Princess as well.
No, why can't I think of it? Not it was after that.
After Skyward Sword?
Yeah.
But not...
Breath of the Wild. There we go.
You did play Breath of the Wild?
I did play Breath of the Wild. But I haven't played Link's Awakening or the actual Zelda game. It is sitting on my shelf. God. Call me a hypocrite.
And Link's Awakening, isn't that... It's either a remake of 2 or Link to the Past, right?
Yes. Link's Awakening... I want to say it's Link to the Past. I may have played that one.
A
I
Link
think
to
that's
the
the one that
Past
takes
was
place
the-
on. I think that actually Link's Awakening takes place on an island.
Oh.
So it may be something. But there is a Link's Awakening in the old NES. Maybe.
I can't remember, but
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ocarina of Time, super stoked for the new one coming out. Is there
Mhm.
any chance, I'm guessing, is that we're definitely going to be playing that on stream? Have you played any Zelda games on stream? Because now that I think about it, after fiddling through your stats, I don't think you've even played a Nintendo game. Maybe Mario Kart.
I have not. And that was one of the things coming back from my little hiatus, setting up my Nintendo Switch and playing a few of those games as well, and going back through, because it's been so long since I've just played them personally that it would be almost like a first playthrough. I mean, there are key moments that you'll never forget, but I think, yeah, coming back to those would be kind of a fun progression. Now that I've kind of coming to the end of the Resident Evil saga, I've got one more game and maybe some VR shenanigans. So it'd be good to start a new universe, new story. Maybe something not so horror-like, but it's so much fun.
I forgot to do a going live snap. Can we do that real quick? Because I totally forgot. Because I was as well
we
as I'm
got busy.
I'm also pretty nervous about all this. But yeah. Cheers. Oh, you were mid-turn. So like, you know, like when you like a picture tries to take
Your
someone's
eyes.
moving too fast. Yeah. All right, here we go. 3, 2. All right. Hold on.
So, yeah.
Okay, let me just send this out real quick. I should have done this before we actually started, but you know.
I think I was saying last night, streaming is hard.
It is. It's definitely not easy.
Especially, like, I have to give you props. Like, you put together clips, and you've got your TikTok and your YouTube, and it's a one-man show. Like, you're your social media department, your PR, your damage control, all things wrapped into one. Yes, I have multiple drinks.
No,
I am a
nothing wrong with
beverage.
that.
I am a beverage goblin.
Probably gonna top this off with some wine here soon. Okay, so we talked about the foundation of just gaming in general in your life.
Yeah.
You created your Twitch account December 15th, 2022. I'm curious, what caused you to be like, let's check out Twitch? Not only let's check out Twitch, let's make an account. What was kind of behind that, and what was the first games that you started looking up when you made a Twitch account?
Wow. Okay, stick with me on this one. So December 22, I had just come back from Bruce Fest in Colorado. Okay. They had the Evil Dead game there that they were letting people play. Andy and Janelle Campbell, Bruce Campbell's son and daughter-in-law, were there as part of the game. Andy is a Twitch streamer, and got to know him really well. I was kind of known already from the Bruce Fest the year before. So I kind of got introduced as this is like your idea fan, so to speak, or ideal fan.
Right.
So started idea fan. Yeah, I get kind of tongue-tied when I talk about Bruce, which is strange.
It's the chin. It's the chin.
Yeah. Oh my God. The fact that I've made him like at a loss for words before is just. But anyway, so he was on Twitch. I actually had a friend years ago that streamed on Twitch, and I would watch occasionally. And decided to start watching. I was like, hey, I know him, so to speak. I mean, we're not like friends, but we know each other. So started there. I started watching his streams and actually met Miss Lucid, of all people.
Really?
Yes. Miss Lucid knows Andy and Janelle. And I finally broke down, because I was wanting Evil Dead for the Switch. Because I was like, I don't want to necessarily buy a PlayStation. Or an Xbox. I mean, they were on both, but I was like, Xbox, PlayStation. Finally broke down, got the PlayStation because of Horizon Zero Dawn. Gotta love a redhead. So got the PlayStation, got Evil Dead, and kind of, I'd always been an offline gamer. Like, I hadn't been one that would join, like, Call of Duty. I had never played Call of Duty until a year or so ago. I was always very solitary, and this was a game where you had to play. You had to go out into the world and find teammates. And Miss Lucid was kind enough and sweet enough to invite me to play a few games. And we bonded immediately, as you can guess, because she works in the film industry. I am married to the film industry. I work in the film industry, but more married to it. And it kind of just went from there. Like, she introduced me to a few other people, one of which is Adrena Lynn, who is also a streamer. I also met the wonderful BulletPrfGatsby. I've Waylander Tone, Sushi, who, if you probably see those names in both of our chats, causing all sorts of chaos. And yeah, Evil Dead is kind of where it all started, and I was encouraged by lots of people to start streaming. I mean, the first question was, so do you stream? And I go, no. Should I? And it took me a while. I had to kind of build up the confidence and the equipment. But I finally said, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do this. What's the worst that'll happen? You know, I fall flat on my face and we go, okay, goodbye, folks. You know, but it's been great. And personally, and I say this kind of through the interpretation from the professor. It wasn't until I started playing video games online and streaming that he really found me to be happy. He's like, you laugh more. He's like, you have friends. You never had friends. It's like, well, no, it's true. It's true. I've always been kind of the oddball out, but I found my clan. I found my community, my chaos kin. and just kind of went from there. And it's been fun. It's been stressful at times. But
Definitely.
what isn't, you know? Any hobby, anything that you enjoy will have moments where it's not fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
But those are few and far between. So.
Well, so Evil Dead seems like the great equalizer. And I remember that's how I had met you, how I met Lucid, how I met a lot of people. Evil Dead really did bring a lot of people together. And there was really, I think, the initial Evil Dead community. I mean, a lot of those people, I mean, again, just like you said, we still have Sushi and Toner. They're all still around still to this day, you know? Overconfident Gamer, a saw, dude. Evil Dead, I think, great game. I love it. And even for me, would you say that's your first ASIM type of game that you ever really played? Or I guess you said that was really your first multiplayer game in general that you'd ever really messed with.
Oh yeah. Definitely first ASIM. Outside of like couch co-op, as far as multiplayer, yeah, that was my first outside these four walls multiplayer. And that was what, 4 years ago? I was 34. Yeah. I was 34 coming into the gaming community. I was, as a woman, I was scared. You know, a lot of times if I didn't know until I knew people, I made sure my mic was off. I tried to just be as calm and cool as collected as it could be. Of course, and I just kind of lean into it now. It's not as bad. You would pop into a lobby and your name is NerdyNurseGinger, and you get the assholes that go, "So are you a real ginger? Send me pics of the carpet." And I'm like, "You motherfucker." And I was like, now you gotta pay for that shit.
So I've played Evil Dead with you a lot at this point, but for the life of me, I can't remember, who did you play as? Who is your mains in Evil Dead?
I want to see what your guess is before I answer. Who do you think I would have played as?
Cheryl, I guess.
Yep.
I mean, you are the nurse, so
for whatever reason, whether I choose it or not, I tend to get the healer role. But I do good at that, because I'm really... And I don't know how much of that is me and how much of it's my profession, is keeping an eye on the entire situation and going where I need to. So...
Have you ever been playing Evil Dead and, like, it just starts to feel like work? It's like, I gotta heal these fucking idiots. They keep getting fucked up. I told them not to do that, and they did it anyway, and done got fucked up. Here you go. Here's some bandages.
The number of games where I play as healer, and I'm like, God damn it, you're down again.
Yeah.
I mean, it got to a point where you're just like, save me, nerdy.
Yeah, that was probably me. Yeah. Healers are the backbone of every game and essential to any party game. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. And it's...
Excuse me.
And there are times, I'll admit, sometimes I'm a sucky healer. Especially if they... And it just depends on how you're playing the game. If they figure out that you're the healer, they're gonna fuck your shit up. Mm-hmm. So not only are you trying to run around healing everybody, it's like, God damn it. Mm. I'm the healer and my name's Ginger, and they have this idea that's like, oh, if I kill the Ginger, it'll be funny. It's like, fuck you guys.
So, knowing that, meeting you in Evil Dead, we're actually going to pull out the cards now. Created your account December 15th, 2022. You did not start streaming until September 1st, 2023. Do you remember what your very first stream was?
It was Diablo.
It was Diablo 4. And out of all this time knowing you, for some reason, we might have even played Diablo together, but I completely just gapped out of my memory that you had actually played Diablo 4. Now, was that your first Diablo game?
Yes, that actually was my first. And I can't remember. I think Diablo had just come out, maybe in August.
Yeah, it would have been, really new. Yeah, or somewhere around then. So yeah, it was still hot off the presses. I don't even think the first what are they? Our first the first season.
The season, the season hadn't even started. Yeah, I don't think it started until like I can't remember when that first season started, but I think it might have been January. They gave it till the end of the year and then started the first season, which I haven't played it since.
No, me neither.
I had that little stint because it just. It's like World of Warcraft in a lot of ways. I remember playing World of Warcraft and you're just like, oh my god, there is so much stuff and so many side quests, and you're just like, how I need to create a game plan. How do I create a game plan? But I did have
World
fun.
of Warcraft. When okay, hold on. We're gonna have to. We'll get back to these cards in a second. I need a little bit more details on when was NerdyNurseGinger rocking World of Warcraft.
So Nerdy Nurse wasn't. I've never played World of Warcraft on stream. Back in 2011, 2012. To give you a context, just started dating the professor. He has 3 kids. They were teenagers at the time. Middle was very much into World of Warcraft. Youngest was into Minecraft. And I play video games. I mean, I am a nerd. I play video games, so they absolutely loved me. Thank God, because that could have ended bad. The middle got me into playing World of Warcraft for a little while. And then played some Minecraft back very early on, like in its infancy. And that was fun. And I've dabbled in stuff. I've played League of Legends. Not on stream, again. The before times. But yeah, as I say, I am a nerd by choice, a nurse by profession, and a ginger by birth. I embrace what I am, and not just games. I do all sorts of nerdy shit. I mean, yesterday I was in a Star Trek bathrobe, folks.
This is true.
You can't get nerdier than that.
So, out of curiosity, do you remember what class you picked in Diablo 4?
I picked a couple.
Oh,
I know at one point I played the barbarian named Cashew, where I would go Cashew, and it was I had picked the spinning. There was some path you could do where you just basically spun. So I was just spinning around in circles, going Cashew. What else? I think I probably picked Necromancer. I think that was one of them at one point. I didn't go with Rogue, or I don't think I did Paladin. No, I'm pretty sure I didn't do those two. So I picked more of the either the mythical or the manly.
Right, yeah.
I'm just gonna beat the shit out of everything. That solves all the problems.
Now going back to Evil Dead, did you ever mess with Demon at all? And if you did, who did you like to play as when you played Demon?
So I only dabbled in Demon a little bit, because by the time that I finally got the game and kind of came into the fold, it was starting to die down. And I was really... The people that I was playing with were like, okay, we're gonna play as survivors, and then they would have, they would pick some random demon out of the lobby.
Oh, talking about the UFC fight last night? Yeah, that was something, man.
Oh.
I almost ended stream because I was streaming Halo last night. I'm glad I did not end stream for the 2 minutes of the 2 main events. I would have been a salty bitch. But so you
but when
really...
I didn't, and it's funny, I do want to go back and play Evil Dead. I do want to platinum that thing. It is a thorn in my side that I haven't platinumed that. It's just a matter of getting enough people together at the same time to let me do the few trophies that I need to do, or being very, very polite to the randos that I get. But I typically messed with Henrietta, because I love to give the boobies. And the witch. Those were the two that I typically would play with. Ball.
Yeah, Ball's kind of weird. I don't know. I couldn't get into Ball.
Yeah, and
I tried.
If I did play Evil Ash, it was only so that I could Google the model.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So looking at your Twitch stats. Oh, welcome in, Sharkness. Would you believe me if I told you Evil Dead is not even in your top 5 of top streamed games when it just comes to stream hours?
I could believe that. Because by the time I started streaming, Evil Dead had reached its peak. It was on the decline. Diablo was coming out, and I believe Texas Chainsaw was soon to follow, I believe.
So your first 3 streams was Diablo 4, then Evil Dead, then TCM.
Ah, okay.
So it had been hot off the presses. So
yeah,
let's go over to which, funny enough, looking at your clips, did you know that your highest viewed clip is a clip of you playing TCM, and you were playing Bubba. You were playing Killer.
Bubba. Yes. So the thing is, and I can dox myself because it's out there. You'll find me. If you know enough about me and whatnot, you know what my name is. So with a name like Ash, you have Ash Williams, who has a chainsaw. I like chainsaws. I really like chainsaws. So valid, of course, I am gonna play as Bubba.
Fair.
And I remember that clip. That is very rarely do I ever go full evil ginger.
Mm-hmm.
That was one moment where everyone got to see it in full glory.
Yeah.
Catching to give the listeners an idea of what happened. So Bubba, big wielding chainsaw teddy bear. I managed to trap Julie in one of the utility closets. She has no way out. I am standing between she and the door. Her and the door. I just obliterate her, and the laugh that comes out of me. Oh, that is a good one. I'm getting giddy thinking about that, because I was just like, hey, you are fucked. I am a twisted motherfucker. So yes, that is. I could see that as my top rated. Although I would imagine some of my jump scares.
Yeah, the rest of the top 10 are filled with like jump scares and other random clips and stuff, but I think majority of them are jump scares specifically.
Oh yeah.
So it isn't surprising to know, since this was your path to eventually start streaming, with Diablo 4, Evil Dead, and TCM, probably playing with a bunch of friends and having a bunch of friends support you. You said that a bunch of people were trying to get you to stream. You've actually reached affiliate almost as quick as you can reach affiliate. I don't know if you knew that or not. Because I believe if my math is correct, you reached it in 7 days, which is the minimum.
Yeah.
I want you to know that that's only happened one other time in however long I've been in the Twitch world. That's only happened twice, with you and with K-Smooth.
Ow.
Twice. That does not happen. I'll tell you that right now. That does not happen. Because you started September 1st, and I believe September 7th is when you got affiliate.
I got the big A.
Which is crazy. So it isn't hard to believe that you are actually top 5% of Twitch. I don't know if you knew that either. You were in top 5% of all Twitch streamers. Fun little fact for you.
What?
You were top 5%. Something else that I thought, maybe it's the nerd in you, maybe it's the ginger, maybe it's the nurse. I'm not sure, but you do have great organizational skills, because out of the over 400 streams that you have had in the years that you have streamed, you have only streamed on a Tuesday or Friday once. One time.
Really?
Every other stream, and Wednesday's not your biggest. It's Saturday, I believe, which is fair.
Yeah.
But only once have you streamed on a Tuesday, and only once have you ever streamed on a Friday. One time. So I thought that was really interesting. I was looking at the stats and I'm like, really?
Wow. Huh.
So
that is kind of interesting. Wow.
Right? So, speaking of additional stats, something else I thought was really cool is you have 1,240 hours streamed.
Okay.
And you have streamed 78 different games. Now, the fun part is your top 10 games make up 50% of all the hours spent. So, I'd say that the top 10 takes up almost 600 hours. Would that be 600 hours? Yeah, I guess it would be. Roughly. Yeah. Not exactly 50%, but I round a little bit here and there.
Right.
So, let's go down the top 10. What do you think your top 5 are?
Just chatting. In no particular order. Is that fine?
Sure.
Okay. Just chatting. TCM, Spirit Lo-Fi session, there's got to be a Resident, one of the Resident Evils. I can't, maybe Village. I bet it's Resident Evil Village. And the underdog, Detroit Become Human. How many did I get? Oh, wait. Okay, I did top 5.
Yeah, top 5. So I have the top 10 here. And we'll go back to these and talk about them. But just to get through the top 10, just so you know what they are. Which... Because
I have not looked. I promised that I would not look at my stats. So... Which has been like fuck.
4 of your top 10 are actually Resident Evil games. 4 of your top 10. So number 1 is Texas Chainsaw, or TCM, Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Okay.
209 hours.
Fuck me. Yeah, that's a lot of Bubba.
So number 2 is Phasmo at 96 hours.
Okay.
Number 3, which I thought was really interesting, is Resident Evil 4 OG. It's 62 hours.
It was the mechanics. It took me longer because of the mechanics. That's my
Fair.
story, and I'm sticking to it.
We're definitely going to talk about some Resident Evil here soon, but number 4
yeah.
is Killer Clowns from Outer Space at 53 hours.
Okay.
Then number 5, excuse me, is Resident Evil Village at 51.
Okay.
Number 6 is Just Chatting at 45.
Wow.
And then we get to Evil Dead at only 37, which only 37 hours is still a lot, but
yeah.
I would have figured that would have at least, I thought Evil Dead was going to be number 1, at least top 5, maybe even top 3, but to find it on 7, I was like, no shit. That really surprised me.
Yeah, and I think some of that was I wasn't streaming. I was probably
Other
on someone
people's
else's. Yeah. So I've definitely sunk way more hours into that. But anyway, go on, please.
So number 8 is Resident Evil 7 at 36. Number 9 is Resident Evil 2 at 33. And number 10, do you have any guess for number 10?
Helldivers.
It's Helldivers 2, yes. Helldivers 2 at 30 hours. And
I was going to say, we played the shit out of that game.
we played the fuck out of Helldivers 2. So we know that Evil Dead had waned, and that's just the natural progression of games. Some games just, unless you're something like Fortnite or Call of Duty or something like that, you just tend to wane over time. So I'm curious, do you think of any quality of life adjustments that Evil Dead could have made to keep it in the spotlight a little bit longer? Excuse me.
I'm sure there were some glitches.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head, like quality of life.
Or just
Not
just a mechanic they could have changed or added or something like that, As someone that has a lot of hours in it and is very in tune with what the game was.
I think if, and I'm going to put a big asterisk on this because I don't want to go down this rabbit hole. I know where it goes. If they could get all the rights, all of the legal shit, I think adding a couple more characters, I think adding, being able, because we had Kelly and we had Pablo. There had been talk about Chet, Ted Raimi's character. Maybe a few more maps, or those would be the things, like either more characters or slightly different challenges. But you can't, given what the game is, you can't divert too much as far as challenge wise. And I think I mean those would be the things that I think could have I don't think it would have resuscitated it, but it would have bought it maybe a few more months of at least your hardcore fans playing. And there are still people that, I could probably log in right now and there'd probably be, I could get a full lobby. It may take a while, but
right, yeah.
But I think honestly, if I had to look at my ASIM games that I've played, so Evil Dead, TCM, Killer Clowns, I did play Friday. Not a huge fan of that one. The mechanics and the way that it was set up, it was wonky. Plus it was if we're using nurse terms, it was on hospice. It was on its way out. Yeah. But if I had to rank those top 3, absolutely love Evil Dead. That will always be my favorite ASIM. The maps, the characters, it is just followed by TCM. I got to be a true chaos gremlin in that game. There is, boy, There are clips if you guys want to go find them. I goosed a lovely community member named Ducky, and you get to hear his scream. I goosed him with a chainsaw. So yeah, Evil Dead, TCM, Killer Clowns. I had got that ASIM bug, and I was like, okay, we'll do Killer Clowns. Hell, I did makeup. I did Killer Clown makeup for one of the streams. I haven't touched it. I think I got Elvira's outfit, and I've not gone back to it. And that's unfortunate. Because Elvira, I mean, come on.
It's fair.
I just stand there and look at her. Sorry. Also a ginger.
Huh?
And from Kansas. Elvira. Elvira
No
is a
shit.
natural. Yes, and she's from Leavenworth.
I actually did not know that.
All good things come from Kansas. But anyway, sorry.
Okay, so we talked about Evil Dead, we talked about TCM and Killer Clowns a little bit. We talked about the ASIM aspect of your streaming career. Let's talk about Phasmo, because that is a game I feel like, especially now, like Phasmo is always on the table, you know? So when did you start playing Phasmo, and what really drew you to it?
So I started playing Phasmo when it finally came out for PlayStation. I actually still have it in my wish list on Steam. But I don't know. Because I've spent so much of my gaming life with controllers, keyboard and mouse I can do, but it's not as natural. So I started playing it probably launch day. It scratches that problem-solving puzzle finder itch. The idea of gathering evidence and process of elimination. It parallels what I do as a nurse. I find out your symptoms. Based on your symptoms, I can kind of guess what's going on. So I think it appeals to me on multiple levels. And I love the supernatural, the unsolved. I mean, two of my favorite shows growing up were Unsolved Mysteries and Emergency 911, where they did the reenactments of 911 calls. As a kid, I was watching Unsolved Mysteries.
Yeah, that theme song gave me like nightmares. I watched it with my mom a lot too. Yo, Jowie Assaded. So do you think that's what really helped you get into the Resident Evil series? Like made it to where it was actually something that was enjoyable? Because a lot of people, I mean, as much as I love it and as much as popular as it is, a lot of people just don't want to mess with games like that, like Resident Evil. That's why 4 is probably the most popular, because it's the one least like all of the other Resident Evils. But you started with Resident Evil 2, if I'm not mistaken, right? Which Resident Evil would you consider your favorite? Or give me a top 3. You could do that too.
Okay. Well, Resident Evil 2 is going to have to be my number 1. It was... Wow. It was the first Resident Evil I played. It came highly recommended. I had several conversations about if I am to dive into this world, not just stick my toe in, if I'm going to dive in, where do I start? And Gatsby, of all people. Gatsby is my Resident Evil. He is my G-Virus guru. He was the one that suggested 2. So that one, oh man, I remember walking into RPD and looking around at how beautiful it was. And the gameplay. Yeah, I hadn't done a lot of first-person shooters. Shooting games weren't quite condoned in my household growing up. So things like, Resident Evil or Silent Hill, stuff like that. You know, it was more the more kid-friendly games. Solving the puzzles and shooting the zombies and the story, it will always be number 1. And I will fight and kill everybody on that hill, and God, if I die on it, it's the hill I die on. And yeah, that got me wow.
That's okay. Well, so just to run it back a little bit.
Anyway, yeah.
Well, because we had played Evil Dead together, and at the time, it was me and Futzy had gotten Helldivers 2, and you were already actively looking for a new game to play. So you got Helldivers 2, so we started playing Helldivers 2, and then once we kind of started getting out of Helldivers 2, you're like, I don't know, like, I kind of don't know what to do next. I believe it was me, Futzy, and Party Marty had all been like, hey, you know, Resident Evil's pretty cool. So, because I think you had said something about going back to single player games, you know, because like Helldivers is fun. Yeah, ASIMs, and you know, you just need a squad to play them, you know. Right.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, is as much as you want to try to plan your schedule, shit comes up. And not everyone's available, and finding a squad, if you've got a tight squad, the games are fun, the hours, I mean, you will look and you're like, fuck, I spent all of Saturday on my ass playing Evil Dead. And then your husband yells at you because you sat on your ass all day. But I had fun. Yeah, so yeah, I was looking for something that didn't necessarily, I wasn't at the mercy of the community to have people fill spots. And randos, they're fun, but it's a mixed bag. So
it's hit or miss with randos for sure.
So yes, I had, basically this was still in my infancy as a virgin baby streamer, I'd always been interested in Resident Evil. I'd seen Gatsby had played. I had watched several of his streams. I mean, we had played online, and I think we had known each other before we actually, like, finally connected into chat and Twitch and the discovery of who I'm married to. That's for another discussion. We're film. We love film here.
Yes, we do.
But yes. I had asked, and it came recommended as Resident Evil, so I know I spent several hours kind of personally looking through it, and then talking with Gatsby as far as, okay, I trust your judgment. If I'm gonna dive into this, what order do I dive into it? How best do I go about this? Because if anybody knows anything about Resident Evil, it's this man. And it was Resident Evil 2. So 2 remake, 3 remake, if I remember right, 4 OG, and then was it just 5, 6, 7?
5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then I had actually worked it out pretty well that I managed to start with 2 and get through 8 by the time that Requiem came out, because that was my my due date, so to speak. But 2 will always be my favorite. Village, oh man, I want to throw Village in there just because I kind of enjoyed the story. I know it's very off of the rest of the Resident Evil. But again, it had a lot of puzzles. And they did such a good job of, while it's still being off of the kind of story, tying it into that world. Like you could believe that, yeah, this is actually part of this. And then I'm trying to think between 5 or 6. Only because of the number of times I would land on you coming off of those ladders. Oh.
Okay.
Oh. But again, it's not taking away from the gameplay. The gameplay was great, but some of it is the company that you have with you. You know.
Absolutely.
So, anyway, that was a very long answer.
Oh, that's okay. So I would like to add that not only did you play all the Resident Evil games, I'm pretty sure almost all of them, you also got the Platinum Trophy on them as well, including Village, which is one of the most difficult Platinum Trophies of the Resident Evil games because Mercenaries is included, even though it's not Mercenaries, it's fucking Raid mode. We're not going to get on that tangent, sorry. But even before you started playing Resident Evil, you had already had a couple Platinum Trophies already. You had actually Platinumed the Horizon games as well. So that makes me wonder, have you just always sort of been somewhat of a completionist? Or did you just really enjoy those games enough to where you're like, I want to do all the stuff?
Yes, is the short answer. Very much a type A personality. Very much a completionist. To give you a nerdy idea, I have watched every episode of ER, even the bad ones. I'm currently watching every episode of Space 1999. If you know, you know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So yeah, I've always been kind of a completionist. I've always wanted, if there's a challenge out there, and you know this better than probably any person I know, sir, do not throw a challenge down in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I will gladly accept and exceed expectations. So yeah, but Horizon Zero Dawn was actually it was the first game that I had on my PlayStation. It may not have been the first one I platinumed, but it was very close. And the world building and the story is, if you have a chance to play the game, please play it. It is beautiful. And it's actually one, once I get through my backlog, I may revisit some of the games that I played in the before times. So it's like the things you guys didn't get to see me do because I knew very little about the Twitch and having eyebrows on Fleck.
So I'm also curious, so Resident Evil 2 is your favorite. Would you also consider Leon and Claire your favorite characters?
I like Claire. I think Claire very much reminds me of myself in several ways. And I mean, I feel like that's kind of a loaded question because everyone loves Leon. I mean, it just the butt and the hair and the chin. I mean, you can't go wrong with the man. I mean, he is gorgeous to look at.
Right.
if you the last few minutes of my stream, I was zooming in on those butts of Leon models.
Yeah.
But I also, I think Claire definitely. Not Chris. Chris has been. Yeah, I would say that they're probably my two favorite. Ethan even though he had a very short story, I really like what they did in the amount of time that he was given. So if I had to pick Claire over Leon, I'd probably still pick Claire. But Leon's he's a very close second.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yo, Mitchell, welcome in. Mitchell loves
Ginger, your top is too. Oh, it's not a top, darling. It's a full-on dress. Like I said, you throw down a challenge. You go.
So we gotta dress up for this. If we're gonna do this, we gotta dress up for it. She's like, okay.
Poor guy. I was like, okay, what color do you want? And I'm starting pulling things out. And he's like, fuck.
Mitchell Mayer said Jessica Rabbit vibe. She literally quoted Jessica Rabbit a little bit earlier.
I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way.
Okay, so now I want to.
Anyway, I do also have that costume somewhere. So, anywho.
I did forget to ask when we talked about you first streaming. I do want to ask, what has been the evolution of your initial stream setup versus to what your stream setup is now?
Oh my god. Okay. I'm going to be embarrassed. I have to admit, I'm embarrassed a little bit about this because I knew I needed a camera, I needed a microphone, I needed a computer, and I needed the streaming software. I was running my stream off of a MacBook for several years. Or not several years, several months. Sorry.
Oh boy. A MacBook, huh?
A MacBook. I had that thing gingineered so well. To give you an idea, when I had finally run into some hiccup at some point and reached out to a friend, and I was like, okay, walk me through this. And they're like, okay, you do this and this is well, hang on. I'm on a MacBook. And there was this long pause.
Yeah, I believe it.
And they're like, ma'am, you need to tell me you've been streaming on a Mac this entire time? And I go, yeah? Is that bad? And it's like, holy fuck, girl. How did you manage to get the streams that you've been streaming on a MacBook?
It's valid question.
But again, it goes back to my early days doing tech stuff. I am going to, and that's why I have the phrase gingineering. To give you an idea, I have it, and my setup has grown quite a bit. And I feel like I have to give credit where credit is due. I could not do any of this without the love and support of my husband, the professor, who is a cinematographer. So he knows the thing about cameras. He knows the thing about lighting. He's like, hey, if you're going to be on the camera, I'm going to make sure you look good. I was like, hey, thank you. Good. Now keep in mind, there are going to be people that are going to also think I look good. So, just saying. But yeah, it was me and a camera and a microphone and my PlayStation and so many cords. The BDSM convention would have been calling me up for spares. But since then, still a lot of cords. We kind of did a transition. We went from a Mac laptop to a Lenovo laptop, and then in the last year, I think you've probably seen it in the background. I have what I affectionately refer to as the fish tank. I finally have a PC tower. It's got glass on it. It's got the lights. It looks like a giant fucking fish tank. Still got a microphone. I've got 4 cameras, because I have 4 different setups. I've got my desk. I've got when I'm streaming at my console over there. And then I also have a setup when I start getting back into like arts and crafts, model building, where you'll have a facial frontal. I was gonna say frontal. It's like not that kind of frontal. We don't have the under the desk cam. Sorry, guys. But I also have an overhead camera so that you can actually see what I'm working on. I've got 2 Newer. They're not sponsoring, but thank you, Newer. You have some of the best lights that I have ever seen. Our students use them. They are perfect. They're programmable. So I've got that. I've got smart devices, smart bulbs. And then, yeah, I've got my TV, which currently just has the PlayStation hooked to it. Although you can see, I do have that VR. It is coming, I swear. It's one of those things. Best intentions. But yeah, it was. And I think that's part of the reason it took me so long to finally jump in. Is I am not one that likes to do things half-assed. I am going to give my full honking ass to any project. So making sure I had at least the bare minimums set up before I jumped in. But it's come along lovely. I mean, this used to be our guest bedroom. It is now the nurse's office with my curio of curiosities, various sundry things that I've collected over the years. I mean, just to give you kind of an idea, because you can't quite see it as well, and I don't necessarily want to wonk with the camera, but I've got stuff from the Wizard of Oz. I'm from fucking Kansas, guys. Of course I've got stuff from the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, you got to. You have to.
I mean, I've got a sign here that says, "Don't make me get my flying monkeys." I've got things from the Evil Dead universe. I've got some Grogu's Nightmare Before Christmas, Agretsuko. I have the shark gun from League of Legends that Jinx uses. Shameless plug, there is, I believe, a clip of me shooting my camera with the shark gun. And realizing, fuck, I shot the camera. I have various, like, Miyazaki things. I am basically an IRL Ariel. I have a collection. My collection has so many things in it. Each thing, of course, has a story, has a significance.
Of course. Even that bent up fork back there.
We don't talk about that fork. That's my special fork. But anyway, so yeah, so it has evolved. As far as my equipment and stuff, stream and personality wise, I haven't changed too much up. After the first year, and at the comment and suggestion of a community member, I did introduce the character of NerdyNurseGinger, who typically only comes out, at least physically, only comes out on like holidays and special occasions, which definitely got me some questions. But man, that made for a very fun September in October. You okay?
You said and October. I thought you said September and October at first, so it made me laugh. Yeah,
but
NerdyNurseGinger.
So.
Everybody loves Halloween. So, heck yeah to that.
Oh yeah.
I think, actually, believe it or
Do we have
not.
anything else on the index cards?
No, we've talked about everything on the index cards, and I believe we are. Well, I was going to say we're at mile 23 of the marathon. So you did great. See, you were nervous. I was a little nervous too. I still want to make sure this is good and whatnot.
Yeah.
But for just some closing remarks and stuff, if someone were to start streaming today and they come to you and they say, NerdyNurseGinger, what do I got to do? What should I be aware of? What should I look out for? What would be your quick tips to someone that confided in you that they wanted to start streaming? What would you tell them? Get a nurse's outfit. Stat.
No, actually, my first thing is if you do not feel comfortable showing yourself on camera, don't feel like you have to. There are plenty of streamers who either do a VTube or just don't have a webcam stream. I wholeheartedly believe in that. Like, you need to feel comfortable. You're doing this for you. I stream for me. I get the added bonus that I have a loving community and great friends that love to be here and give me shit and have fun. But that's going to be number one. Make sure you feel comfortable. 'Cause yeah, my face is out there and I have to deal with that. Like, I have to deal with the fact that I could potentially have a patient stumble across my stream and see me. Now, will I get in trouble with the nursing board? Fuck no. It's not like I'm doing anything that would cause any issues.
Right.
Next thing. Get an idea of what you're wanting to do. Like, what, at the end of the day, what do you want to get out of it? Are you wanting to show gameplay that you've done? Is it like I mentioned, arts and crafts? Do you want to show building like a model or cooking or just talking about stuff? Because there are plenty of streams where you just sit around and talk. So knowing what you kind of an idea of what you want your stream to be, at least in the beginning, and things change, games fall out of favor. You realize that, you're not feeling the love that you did at one time for a particular thing that you're doing, but you still enjoy streaming. So that, last thing, because I'll make it a top 3. Audio. Honestly,
Yeah.
if I had to pick one thing, like tech wise, audio. We can fight with video, but if the audio has issues, it's really hard. And as much as I talk about camera and lighting, the one thing that I still struggle with, the one thing that would keep me up at night staring at the ceiling, is making sure my audio is right. Do I sound loud enough? Does the game sound loud enough? Are my alerts too loud, too soft? That if you can nail down your audio, all I have to do is listen. Because in my mind, many of the people on Twitch have imaginations. If we hear you, we can see you here.
Yeah, that's very true. Absolutely.
So I think those would be my 3. Feel comfortable about what you're doing, have a game plan, and fucking audio.
That's fucking solid. Honestly, that's really solid. Honestly, it really is. Okay, so with the name I have chosen, we almost have to have a section called Shots Fired. Are there any shots you'd like to fire before we wrap this up? Whether in the Twitch
we're not talking about physical shots. Like, I don't need to go get to the medicine cart, right?
No, I hope not. No, I'm scared of them. But is there any opinion about the Twitch world, or even, I guess we could parlay it to movies as well? We made it through this whole time. We didn't talk about any movies. Can you believe that?
I know.
Well, don't worry. Once the podcast ends,
this is over. Yeah, we're doing the Twitch stuff here, and then stick around, folks, because we got some fun, and I still have a bottle of wine. So,
amen to that. So, yeah, is there any shots you'd like to fire before we wrap this up?
Ooh. Not so much a shot at, like, Twitch per se, but just the idea that 90%, I'm guessing, this is completely out of my ass, don't necessarily hold me to this, I would think 90% of people that stream on Twitch are probably over the age of 18. Which means that they have graduated high school.
Sure.
Why the fuck are we still having high school cliques and high school drama? I didn't like it in high school. I don't like it now. That's my shot. It's
valid. Right, yeah. Just wave the... That's fair. Is someone that's been doing it this long, there's definitely a lot of that, unfortunately. And
yeah.
I get what you're saying. Well, we've talked about all the stats on the cards. We talked about your foundation. We talked about the start of your Twitch.
Scared because I had 2 index cards. I was like, God.
Yeah, for Tommy Bop, I was able to fit everything on one, but he kind of just plays Call of Duty, so... Yeah.
Oh, that's fair.
There wasn't a whole lot.
I do...
Yeah.
It took me a while, and I think... Just one last thing. Because I remember asking you, and I think I did it in kind of an assholic way.
Uh-oh.
And I realized that, well... Because texts are hard. You can't interpretate tone in text.
This is very valid. Very valid, yeah.
I remember asking you, because you say you're a big time variety streamer, and this is ice picked into my mind, like right here. I asked you, what makes you a big time variety streamer? and we actually had a very lovely conversation about it. Like,
Mhm.
you have always been wonderful, and you are probably one of the few people that I come to when it comes to Resident Evil and films and all of this stuff. But talking about variety and the fact that I had, now granted, a large majority of my top 10 was Resident Evil, I have been working on variety. I might have a theme.
Sure.
But there are a lot of different games in that theme. So, don't know where I was going with that. Oh, the reason why I have 2 index cards and Tommy Bosch probably has one. I also have 2 index cards. Filed categorically.
All right. So
Anyway.
is there any other last remarks you'd like to make before we put the kibosh on the Ballroom Banter podcast featuring NerdyNurseGinger, episode 2? Or episode 2 featuring NerdyNurseGinger. Sorry.
Wasn't episode 2 Clone Wars?
Yeah, I can call it the Clone Wars if you want.
Hey, we are dressed alike. I am impressed at how well we color coordinated. No. Because he won't shamelessly plug himself, I am going to. If you are not following BulletPrfGatsby on all social media, please do so. This are your nurse's orders.
Hell yeah. Phenomenal podcast. Thanks again so much for agreeing to do this. I was nervous again, and I think we both were, but we made it through and had a phenomenal conversation and got real deep into the gaming life and the Twitch life of one NerdyNurseGinger. Thanks again so much. One final cheers before we end it.
Cheers, my sir.
Cheers. Go ahead and call it.